Hey, what's up? These has to be the softest sourdough English muffin ever. That's why I had to hide some for myself. Many of you asked for this. Let me show you how I made it. I'm gonna use Tanzhong, and it's so easy to make. Let me show you. I need 20-gram flour. To that, I'm gonna add 100 grams water, but little by little, until the flour kinda dissolve. Now you can make this on the stove, but the easiest way is to microwave it for 60 minutes. After 30 seconds, I'm gonna take it out and stir it. Another 30 seconds until we have a consistency like this. Internal temperature 65 degrees Celsius. Let it cool down completely, at least for 1 to 2 hours. No chemical, just magic. Oh! Of course, we need the active starter too, fed 5 hours in advance at 27 degrees Celsius. Let's make it. 8 grams salt, 10 to 15 grams sugar. If you want to be healthy, use honey. 160 gram coconut milk. You can use whole milk. 80 gram starter. Our beautiful Tangzhong. Look at that. Mix with a spatula or with your hands. Lastly, 380 grams bread flour. I'm using the strong one with 13% protein. If you are using weaker flour, you need to reduce the hydration. Mixy. This dough not gonna bother you. You can use a stand mixer if you like. If you don't, once you had a shaggy dough like this, cover it up and let it rest for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, use a little bit of flour up the surface, and now the dough is easier to handle. Go ahead and knead this bad boy. You can think about someone you don't like and knead it properly. You need something like 8 to 10 minutes, but I can't give you the exact time. Some people are weaker, some people are stronger. Who knows? Once you had a smooth dough like this, stop thinking about someone you don't like and give it a kiss. I'm using this kind of container to monitor the rising process. Now, one of the tricky part of this recipe is fermentation time. In high room temperature as me, like 27 degrees Celsius, we are aiming for 30 to 50% rise. You might see the bubbles too, and the dough is a bit softer. Now we need 2 kinds of flour. Normal or rice flour and semolina. Little bit of flour on top and bring the dough on the surface. Be very gentle. But don't worry, now we're gonna release lots of air. You can use a roller if you like, but I rather not to use it. Of course, you can use a mason jar lid as a dough cutter if you're not so girly and you're like me. We flour up our ring because we don't want anything to stick anywhere. And simply, with a little bit of pressing, make a beautiful round-shaped English muffin. You might ask why we use a ring. To have a perfect, even-sized muffins. When you finish all the parts, for extra dough, I rather to just bring it together like this. I know it's not perfect, but it's gonna be soft. If you want to knead it again and make it perfect, make sure to let it rest before you shape it. Now we use semolina to dust up all around the tray and place them on a tray. Proofing time at 27 degrees Celsius, it takes around 30 to 40 minutes. For more flavor, of course, you can transfer them into the fridge for cold proofing overnight. Now to cook them, you need one of this, griddle. Or you can use cast iron, but you need to control the heat. If you need one of these, I put the link in the description. You can check it out later. Of course, if you are in Thailand. If you are not sure about the proofing time, poke test can tell you many things. Poke them, and if they bounce back slowly, they are ready to cook. Put the pan on medium heat. Once it's hot, place the muffin I think I can fit 4 in this. Beautiful. Press them a little bit. I'm going to use another pan as a lid. And this was my another little secret to get them fluffier. Cook them for 2 minutes. Beautiful. Check the crust and flip them. Cook them more if you want more color, of course. This time I'm going to cook another side for 1 minute only. Until they look like this. Gorgeous. This little brown to me is totally fine. If you want more color, cook them more. But they are not finished yet. They are half cooked now. Place them on a baking tray again into the 190 degrees Celsius oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Even on weekends, the smell of fresh homemade English muffins gonna wake up everyone in the house. I mean, look at them. Fluffy, crusty, and absolutely amazing. We need to use a fork to open them up, of course. Like so. And this has to be the chef treats, right? You can make 100 breakfasts with these gorgeous muffins. I mean, ham and cheese, egg benedict, avocado, bacon, but right now the only thing I need is a little bit of salted butter. Apparently they don't want you to cut it with a knife, so you have to use fork to cut these bad boys. But if you want to do that, I don't tell anyone. Soft, tasty, fluffy, all you want from a perfect English muffin. These are 10 out of 10. And I mean it. Go make this beautiful recipe and let me know how it turns. And if you don't want to miss my next recipe, you need to subscribe my channel. You know that, right? Keep baking and take good care of yourself.